Alrighty. So this is a very it's something that I've been trying to avoid as much as possible, but I have finally just kind of taken the plunge a little bit, and I'm not going to go super overboard with it because it takes a lot of gold to do. But I have started to finally make my box a little bit better, I guess, as far as like pushing for box CC. I don't really care a whole lot about box CC, if I'm being completely honest with myself. It's really not something that I'm super worried about, but you do get really nice bonuses, and I'm pretty close to 8 mil at the moment, so having that 13% will be kind of nice. I'm only getting a 0.5% increase, which is pretty low, unfortunately. It would be nice if it was a whole percent, like the jump from 8 to 10, or the 10 to 12 range, but I get it. I'm sort of working my way up there, but I don't think anything is going to change drastically once I hit 8 mil by any means, but it'll be nice to have. So what I've been doing is putting HP defense, and I know that this isn't like anything like incredibly like whoa, oh my gosh, revolutionary, but I've literally just been doing it as like minimally as possible. So I actually messed this one up. Let me do this piece because it'll give me HP defense. I have messed some of them up because I've just been doing it just randomly in my spare time, but you can see all of I do have actual sets through here, so I typically use this first row of characters to build sets that I'm planning on using for the future. So all of these sets are actually sets that I'm building that I'll have on hand whenever a new character drops. I can just slap this on them, make it UR, good to go at that point. But the rest of these characters, like all these random DNs or whatever, I'm just giving them crappy or just like whatever pieces I have available of HP defense, so that way it increases their HP by 20%, which gives me better CC. So I've made my way down a decent little ways, not too far. I'm not even out of the the 7 deadly sins range yet as far as my box is comprised at the moment, but it's such a hassle. Oh my god, it's so time consuming. I just go through, I put the pieces on, I gotta find the defense pieces for the middle. I could do this a little bit more sloppily if I really wanted to. That piece is just really bad. If you look at the actual base stat on it, it's as bad as it can be, so I'm just going to put it there because that'll technically give me more CC because it's an SSR piece. But then yeah, I move back to the whatchamacallit, the HP pieces, HP defense. So now I get 20% defense increase, 20% HP increase. It would be just a character that I'm just sitting in the box anyway, so it's not going to give them like a ton of CC by any means, but it's extra CC. And then I've gone up, I don't remember what I was at before him. I think I was at 5,000, so I went up another like 6,000 CC, which isn't crazy, but hopefully once I go through the entire box, if I get that far, honestly, once I hit 8 mil, I'll probably just coast for a while until I feel the need to do this again. But just doing this is just it's so time consuming, and I farmed a decent amount of gold on Sunday, so kind of just blowing through a little bit of it while I can. While I just have the excess sitting, in my inventory or whatever. That's actually a pretty decent piece, so I'll use that for a real set at some point. But I don't know. This is just I know that for actual like big whale players and stuff like that, they make actual sets for all of their units. Or like maybe not actual sets, but they try to make as good of a set as they can for each unit, so that way they get a ton of CC. I'm assuming that's the only way that you can get to 12 mil box CC, because I've seen people post on Twitter, like I every once in a while I get recommended like a Japanese player, and it's like, oh, just hit 12 mil box CC, and I'm like, bruh, like that's so much CC. So they're definitely doing something of the sort. If not, they're doing all SSR pieces, and they're probably upgrading them as well. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not that worried about it, but hitting that 8 mil would be kind of nice. So I've been sort of just doing this in my free time. But yeah, I guess if you're trying to push for box CC at all, definitely recommend you do this at some point, or go a step further. This is where I seem to be lacking a bit, is I'm always missing HP runes, which is unfortunate. So then I have to salvage the pieces that I don't need. So I have to come over here and I have to salvage all of the the old pieces, like these random set pieces that I'm not going to use. I actually need that. All of these random runes and stuff like that. Any of the attack pieces that I get are going to be completely just smelted down in the refinery here. But yeah, it is so time consuming, and it's just so boring. Like, it's so tedious, but I've just been kind of doing it just, whenever I'm not playing another game, or just kind of messing around here or there, and I already have the game up. So, hopefully after a while of doing this, I will hopefully be at 8 mil box CC sometime soonish. And I haven't done like an account sort of like showcase or like overview in quite a while, and I figured that I'd normally try to do those at some point whenever I hit big milestones. So I think once I finally hit 8 mil, I might try to do that at some point, because obviously 8 mil isn't that crazy. I feel like I have a pretty good box, but there's definitely things that could be better. Like my ult levels, for example, are not anything to be super impressed at. Like, certain characters, yeah, are 6/6, but it's just because I get lucky on a banner and I pull them a couple of extra times or whatever. But most of my like big units, like Trader Melly's only 3/6, blah 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 blah, all of that good stuff. So if I was actually big whale, I would be not necessarily doing this as much to get CC, but a lot of the extra ult level would help make up for that. But maybe that actually isn't the greatest way to go about it. I think what is it, 400 CC per ult level, so that actually wouldn't even be all that good of a way, instead of just doing the gear thing. I think the gear is probably the best way to do it. So I don't know, either way. Just wanted to make a small video talking about it, because it's definitely not fun, and it's kind of annoying more than anything, I think. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, because I think some people, maybe newer players, or just like maybe you've just been coasting for a while, kind of like I have, where I've just been kind of sitting chilling at 7 mil for quite a while at this point, and characters only come out every 2 weeks, whatever the case may be. There's nothing really pushing my box up, besides when like a brand new character comes out that I have to make a new UR gear set for. That'll obviously give me more CC than anything. But if it's a character like that I already have, like if a new Deanne comes out, I already have an HP defense set. I already have a crit attack set, or an attack crit set for her, so I can just kind of migrate those from my other characters. Unless I'm just like, oh, I really want to have an additional set for this character that I can use more often or whatever. So I don't know. I'm just kind of stuck at the moment, and I was like, I really want to push a bit further. So this is what I have sunk down to. Unfortunately, I need to finish up Gothers now. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know how you guys are doing with the whole thing. I don't necessarily know that I would recommend you do this if you're like new. Definitely you should be okay to just kind of play the game at your leisure at the beginning. You don't have to worry about box CC or anything, but as you sort of build up a lot of characters, you might want to try to make some sets for them every once in a while, so that way you don't have to do this all at one time like I have. But yeah, that is basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the weird insight look at my weird box as it has slowly progressed towards whatever this is. And yeah, I'll try to do a box showcase at some point in the near future whenever I finally hit 8 mil. So that is it for me. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any tips or anything. I don't know, for me, because people are always like, oh, like, big YouTuber man, you probably know everything there is to know about the game. But you guys give me tips sometimes that I would have even never thought of. So maybe you know a better way to do this. Maybe you have some tips on speeding it up, or whatever the case may be. Let me know if you have anything. Obviously, if you don't know, you don't know. But that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. See you then.